9% winds right now, gusting at 6. This weekend, extreme cold warning in effect tomorrow morning through midday Sunday. Details from Joe Lundberg in 2 minutes. I'm Susan Richard. Winds News Time 7:30.
And a very good Friday morning. We made it to the end of the week. I'm Scott Stanford, and we made it to Super Bowl weekend, huh? Jets fans, you thought your nightmare ended with that beautiful 3-14 record, right? Au contraire, my friends. The Super Bowl gods weren't finished with you guys yet. Your former quarterback starting against the team you hate the most.
So Gerard and I were talking and wondered, do we really want to watch this game?
So I'm a Jet fan, so I have Sam Darnold, who, didn't work out for us, who could win the Super Bowl, or the Patriots, who I can't even imagine them winning again. I'm having a major crisis here. What do you think would be easier on the Jet fan? I think it's easier if Sam Darnold wins.
Seeing how Darno has flourished, actually, like last year and this year, I guess it does kind of hit home. It shows kind of the ineptitude of the Jets developing a quarterback and developing a team around him. Yeah.
57 years since they were in the Super Bowl, the Jets. How do you explain that?
I don't know.
All I know is this, in no way can I root for the Patriots. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM.
Oh, boy. Either way, we're going to be there watching. Bad Bunny at halftime. Wins News Time, 7:31. We got to get you where you need to go. How we looking in Queens, Karen Stewart?
Really bad, actually. The westbound Del IE at 22 for the Van Wyck is closed. All lanes, we got a jackknife tractor trailer. The delays are bumper to bumper back to the Clearview, but the overall delays go back to Lakeville Road in Nassau County. Traffic is being diverted off the service road at College Point Boulevard. The service road's open, but it's jammed. Use the Grand Central Parkway to the BQE or go for Northern Boulevard. Yes, they've closed the Deegan again. Southbound at Jerome. Dealing with an accident there. Henry Hudson Parkway or Bronx River Parkway will work. Southbound Moshalou Parkway at West Gun Hill heavy. We've got an accident blocking a lane there. We're also very heavy on the southbound Sawmill south of Cross County and Yonkers. There's an accident there, and on the southbound New York State Thruway near exit 1 in Yonkers is jammed. We got an accident there. That's over on the shoulder. As we check things on Long Island northbound Meadowbrook Parkway at M6E for the Southern State. A disabled blocks the right lane as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 30 George, except 15 from the Palisades. 25 Lincoln, 45 Holland from the Pulaski Skyway. 15-minute delays from the Newark Bay extension. Karen Stewart, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
All right, let's get a check of that AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Joe Lundberg. Joe, we're getting ready to freeze our Tootsies off this weekend, Joe.
We certainly are, Scott. That's going to be in the wake of an Arctic front that will blast through here around daybreak tomorrow. Ahead of it, not exactly warm today, but we'll do it with a lot of clouds and light winds. Our high temperature gets to about 32. Under the cover of darkness, we'll see some light snow and flurries. Accumulations generally according to an inch for most of the area. Some places east of the city could get 2 or 3 inches as it lingers into a bit more of tomorrow. Our low tonight about 20. That's the high tomorrow. Temperatures go in free fall mode tomorrow as the wind picks up, gusting to 45 miles an hour. Temperature will fall to the low teens. The real feels go with it, down to 20 below zero. Sunday, breezy, bitterly cold with sunshine, or high only 17. Those real feels never get to zero. Still cold on Monday with some sunshine and a high up to 25. Right now in Central Park, mostly cloudy and 24. The relative humidity 50% and north breeze at 7. Repeating the current temperature 24, headed up to 32 at Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Thank you, Joe. It is going to be cold tomorrow. President Trump is calling for a new nuclear treaty with Russia. Wants to work up a fresh pact rather than just extending the current deal.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says President Trump's position is quite clear when it comes to extending what is known as the New START treaty.
The president wants to have our nuclear experts work on a new, improved, and modernized treaty that can last long into the future, and that's what the United States will continue to discuss with the Russians.
When asked if there is a temporary agreement to keep the terms of the treaty in place during those negotiations,
not to my knowledge.
The START treaties imposed caps on both the U.S. and Russian nuclear arsenals and have been in place for decades.
That's correspondent Linda Kenyon. Barron Trump stepping into the beverage business, apparently. Business filings reviewed by Newsweek show the president's 19-year-old son quietly incorporated a company called Solos Yerba Mate. It's a South American caffeinated tea popular in Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil. Company's reportedly raised $1 million in private funding and is registered in Delaware and Florida. There's no indication President Trump is involved or financing the venture. And the Trump Organization says the president's not managing his businesses during his term in the White House. Etsy. You guys go on Etsy? It's banishing its witches. What?
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine.
Can't they just put a spell on Etsy to not banish the witches? The online marketplace finally enforcing a rule that's been on the books since 2015, removing listings for spells, curses, clairvoyant readings, and other supernatural services that had been popular for years. Some sellers said the crackdown was sudden and devastating, wiping out what they call their livelihoods with little warning. Fans of Etsy witches not happy like TikToker Carol J.
I'm panicking because that Etsy witch helped me get tickets to Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine tour. We need her. So I was very alarmed. I couldn't message her or anything like that.
She got the tickets to the tour. Etsy simply enforcing long-standing policy. But either way, if you're hoping to buy a love spell for Valentine's Day like I was, or throw a hex on the Patriots this Sunday, you're going to need to look beyond Etsy. Well, if you were getting ready to rock with Twisted Sister on their 50th anniversary tour this summer, not so fast. Got a little change in plans. Going to talk about it next.
Finance team at Chicago. Easy Cater. Burritos for your call center crew in Plano.
Brazil. I have a lot of business in Brazil. And so I have a lot of respect, and to be able to take our team, take the Cowboys down there and be a part of their sports scene is a big deal.
Yes, you were right. First one in Rio, and you were right. Sao Paulo were the other two in 24 and 25.
So they're also sending the 49ers and Rams to Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. There's nowhere too far, apparently.
Nope.
And it'll be successful, I'm sure.
You know what they did? They did try to send the Giants to Suffolk County, and then they were like, "That's too far. Actually, we can't have them play so all the way out there from Jersey all the way out east. No, that is no way. But we'll send these other teams to Australia."
I said to Al, who gets the call to go to Rio with the Cowboys this year?
Oh, do you get the call?
Probably not, but that'd be kind of cool.
Really?
Possible. It's theoretically a home game for them. So I think Ted Emmerich will probably get to go for Compass Media.
Ted doesn't like flying, though.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make a call to Jerry Jones. This is ridiculous.
Well, I don't know that it's up to
you are
Jerry
the voice
Jones.
of the Cowboys. I'm going to send him that picture you took with him.
Oh, there you go.
Just to remind him, this is the great Jerry Recco, the voice
yeah.
of the Cowboys.
That's a place you'd actually want to go, though?
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on. I remember when the Olympics were there, body parts on the beach. They were washing up.
That doesn't seem great.
But that happens here, too. So what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, that's right, and I don't want to be here either.
Anyhow, so I mentioned Jerry. So John Hamm he was the host of these awards last night.
Yeah.
And all I'll tell you is when the punchline comes, Jerry Jones's wife is right next to him. She does not find it funny at all. He's talking about the Landman series here in the beginning.
Jerry Jones is here. You know, my co-star, Jerry Jones, I actually acted in a scene with Jerry on the show Landman. He was phenomenal. Incredible performance, way more convincing than when he said it was a good idea to trade Micah Parsons. Micah's here also tonight. He consulted on that joke, so thank you, Micah. Well done, sir.
He looked so angry when he said
Well, there's a lot of other things he could have said that he didn't say.
I'm sure, but I thought that was funny. So,
Smiles. And
that's Bert NY. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get to the Jets because Harrison Phillips spoke to several people yesterday. This one, I have time? Yeah. This one was with Jake Asman. So remember last hour we played his message to the Jet fans was about Aaron Glenn, and he took over a cancerous program.
Yes.
He's changing the culture and all of that. Well,
Activity, strengthen.
give you the question and the answer a little different.
What's your message to the diehard Jet fans out there? So, a quick story there. The twin sons of an alcoholic father. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
It's a little bit different. So he starts. Now, are you familiar with this story?
No, I'm not.
All right, so here's part one. Remember, this is the same question that the other guy asked him.
Twin sons are born in a household with an alcoholic father. Beats them, violence, heavy alcohol abuse. And then they go and they leave. 30 years later, we go and interview these twin sons. They go to the first one, and as someone might expect, he's homeless, on the street, addicted to drugs, and an alcoholic. And they said, "Why are you like this?" He said, "My father was alcoholic."
I just want to remind you, the question was, what's your message to Jet fans? It was part 2.
They go interview the twin. He's married, active in his church, business owner, kicking ass in life. And they ask him, "Why are you like this?" "Well, my father was an alcoholic."
Okay. And once he said he was married, it's like, that guy failed too?
Can't lead with that.
All right. Okay, Jerry.